TV live at Hangar 18, downtown Dayton, Ohio, with my man DJ Bandcamp. We just finished the 10 Deep photo shoot. How you feel about that, man?
Oh, it was awesome, man. A great time, man. Good people. Had a lot of fun here at Hangar 18. They really showed a lot of love. So, man, it was mad cool, mad cool. Big shout out to 10 Deep.
Yeah, major shout out to 10 Deep. I think y'all like these pictures when they come out. So, how did that whole 10 Deep sponsorship come about?
It was actually pretty crazy, man. We had just started the tour, the BET Music Matters tour with Stalley and Kendrick Lamar, and it was about September. One of my guys was actually one of Stalley's road managers. He had a connection with a guy named Ben, and he's a part of 10 Deep. So he kind of introduced us with each other, and I was able to pitch him a proposal, and he loved the idea. So it was pretty seamless, you know. They gravitated toward the proposal really well, and then he asked me to join the team, and that's pretty much how it happened.
Okay, so we was talking about 10 Deep earlier, and you was basically saying that you was rocking that line for what, about 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. My guy in Cincinnati, his name is Matt. He owns a boutique called Corporate, and Corporate is a big streetwear. Big shout out to Corporate. Big shout out to Corporate. But Matt, he owns Corporate, of course, and they're a big streetwear boutique. And 10 Deep caught my eye when I first, came into the store, and he pretty much put me on. He kind of sold me with it too, of course, and it was really a dream come true, honestly, for 10 Deep to accept the proposal and to make me, kind of official with them. So that was all love.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about being on tour, the BET Music Matters tour with Stalley, Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, Absol, all of them.
Oh man, it was crazy. It got a lot of different personalities with them, especially with Kendrick. He's pretty low key, but he's mad funny. A lot of people really want to know that if they're not around him that way. Same with Stalley, low key guy, but mad funny when you get a chance to know him and talk to him a little bit. But being on the tour, it was a great experience. My first tour ever. So I was just really soaking it all in and trying to make as many connections as I can off of it. Especially, going into these major markets and different markets. We toured the East Coast, we went to the Midwest, we went down south, we went out west. So, I was able to get in front of a lot of people and, really expose the Bandcamp brand. And of course, make sure Stalley was right, and Stalley did his thing from MMG and TDE, of course, they held it down.
Okay, so what was your favorite city on the tour?
Favorite city on the tour? It's a tie-up, man. It's a tie-up between Atlanta and Denver. Denver was probably the livest crowd, but Atlanta probably gets the nod just because of the opportunity that came off of it.
Okay.
I think we had this conversation before when I was telling you about in Atlanta, our host couldn't be there. That was hosting the actual tour, so they asked me if I would host it that night.
Wow.
And that was a lot of butterflies, of course, and you don't really know how to take a situation like that, but of course I accepted it, and they loved what I did, and we took like a few pictures that went viral, and the next thing you know, BET was hitting me up the next day and asked me if I would be the official host for the rest of the tour.
Wow, so that's major.
Huge, that's huge. Overnight. Especially when you got a backing like BET, who's an established, music plug, across the entire world, who gives you a nod like that.
Right.
So it was an amazing opportunity, and it allowed me to grow more as a DJ, and just really groove differently with all the major markets we were in, because you really didn't know what you were going into, especially if you've never been there. So yeah, it was a learning experience, but it was fun, at the same time.
Okay, explain to me about the BCG MMG experience. If you don't know, BCG is Blue Collar Gang, and MMG is Maybach Music. So just to clear that up for the people that might not know yet.
Blue Collar Gang is something that Stalley started. He's from Ohio, Mansfield. Shout out to Ohio, of course. I'm from Ohio, Youngstown, what's happening. But BCG really it's called Blue Collar Gang for a reason. He's basically talking about people who work hard, who really come from nothing, and everything they got, they know they earned. You know what I mean? He keeps that mentality even though he is with a major label, and that's the reason why he brought it to MMG, and Ross accepted it because he knew Stalley was very passionate about that, and Stalley feels like he represents the blue collar people, and there's no handouts, and everything you get you earn. So why not make it global, you know? And, you know, pairing it alongside MMG, which is already, you know, a major brand in itself, will only help BCG become the same.
Okay. Camp for a Cause, touch on that real quick.
Camp for a Cause is a charity I started with one of my best friends. His name is Terrell Vidal.
Terrell.
Indeed. Terrell and I started this to try to just give back to our respective communities, you know, especially being from Ohio, and a lot of people who are from Ohio, like, these opportunities that they see me in, it doesn't happen often. So I want to make sure that people know that, you know, I'm still in touch with them, and I still, you know, want to give back as much as I can, even with the position that I'm in. I just want to use the position that I'm in to make a bigger change, you know. So we had our first like big charity event where we kicked it off with the National Breast Cancer Foundation, and it went very well in my hometown city of Youngstown, and we raised, I want to say, like $8,000 on our first one. So that was real cool. Real cool.
All right, man. Live at Hangar 18, downtown Dayton, Ohio. One of the craziest clothing stores in Ohio, in the Midwest, period. DJ Bandcamp, 10 Deep, BCG, MMG, 1913. Royce the Prince signing off.
Me and Wiz burn the same piff. Me and Stally need the same pick. Me and Meek bone the same chicks. Me and Wale rock the same kicks. Contract like I play for the Knicks.
1913, the Flood.